So Abby, you remember breathing with the bow, the Karen Tuttle system of coordination with the bow. So before you put the bow on the string, you breathe out and let your shoulders and chest release down. You can also get a little bit of a knee bend and lengthen your lower back. So basically you turn into a piece of cooked spaghetti. Good. Now stop, leave it on the string, breathe in, and then before you get to the tip, you're going to breathe out again. Beautiful. Breathe in, breathe out. Gorgeous. Do you notice this smooth bow change? This is definitely a feature because now her shoulders and chest are relaxed. As opposed to lots of us who do this and then we change the bow at the tip and everything is just a vice. A long time ago, a Russian teacher came to BU and he had this little studio of prodigies. And one of them was this 14-year-old girl who was even skinnier than you. I mean, she was basically just, her arms were like little twigs. Her entire body was a twig. So she was a twig with twigs for arms. But she got the most amazing sound I've ever heard. And I've heard some really great violinists. So I was trying to figure out how such a tiny creature could pull such a big sound. And I was looking at what she was doing, and she had kind of surrounded the violin. So it was like her shoulders came forward and wrapped themselves around the violin, and she was playing through the violin and into the core. So will you try this? Because you have really good posture, so this will be the opposite of really good posture. Okay. So you're going to turn yourself into a tree, and this is growing out of you. And keep down there.
Okay.
Play something pretty. Beginning of a corn gold or something.
Okay.
What do you notice?
It's so rich of a sound.
Right, it's really rich. And there was something about being crumpled around the violin that helped you get that softness to play into, right? So this is not the ideal playing position. I imagine if that girl hasn't fixed her posture, she's probably had to have surgery by now, because she was literally, it was like the violin was growing out of her, like she was a Harry Potter tree and the violin was growing out of her. But is it possible to play with the imagining that you're doing this posture and feeling the softness and give of your front without completely collapsing forward? And it helps when you bend your legs, for sure.
Definitely.
That was beautiful. Yeah, and you were not crunching forward nearly as much. So this idea of embracing the violin, taking it into your heart, it's physically right and it's musically right for a passage like that, of course.